So, to make white chocolate macadamia nut cookies, you're going to start with mixing your dry ingredients. And to start with, we have 4 1/4 cups of flour, all purpose. And to this, we are going to add our 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and then 1 teaspoon of salt, and we can set this aside for later. Now, to start off, basically this is a variation of a sugar cookie. So you have a lot of butter and a lot of sugar. So first thing you're going to do is add 1 full pound or 4 sticks of softened butter. There, now that we have all 4 into there, I'm going to go ahead and put the mixer piece on. We're going to use the beater or the blade attachment. And we're going to start off beating just the butter on low. Or a low. There we go. And as you can see, now it's definitely a lot more as you want. So we're going to start off by adding the 1 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar. And we're going to just let this cream together for a few minutes. Let's go ahead and bring it up and scrape down the attachment here for a moment. And we're going to go ahead and add in the granulated sugar, which is going to just be 1 cup. Go ahead and lower this back down, lock it in place. Now, we are going to add 3 eggs, 1 at a time, continuing to beat the mixture together. But before I do that, I do want to scrape the whole bowl down and clear the paddle. One egg, and it says to go ahead and let that go for a couple of minutes, or for at least a minute. But you do want to let it mix completely in before you add the next one. And I want to clear the paddle again. Wouldn't mind getting a solid paddle for this. Wouldn't have to clear it so often, but that's fine. And here's the third egg. Okay, for this next stage I want to have a clean scraper anyways. I'm going to go ahead and put this on. And we are going to start adding our dry flour ingredients. Remember, just keep it on low. Now, traditionally this instruction says to add about half of this at once, but I found that when I'm doing it this way, it actually mixes a lot better. Now, we're just going to add these last three ingredients real quick. Actually, I'm going to do it a little out of order. I'm going to add in the 1 tablespoon of vanilla. But now, I'm going to just mix these ingredients in. I was saying we're not going to let them mix for very, very long, because you don't want to have them break up too much. And that was 12 ounces or 1 normal bag of white chocolate. And the last ingredient is 1 1/4 cups of macadamia nuts that have been chopped up. And I'll tell you, these things are expensive at the local stores. Now, take a medium cookie scoop and I'm not going to worry about spacing these ones out because this tray is not the one that's going in the oven yet. I'm just making a bunch of these so that I can cook them a lot faster. Okay, there's 1 tray full. And when they're actually in the oven, they're only going to bake for about 10 to 12 minutes. Or depending on your oven. Do be careful though, do not overbake these because they will actually continue to bake for a few minutes after you pull them out while they are cooling. So now this one's going in the oven, so I'm going to space them out. And if you use parchment, okay. So, and put these in the oven. And there you have it. White chocolate macadamia nut cookies. Thank you. You want to let them sit on this tray for a couple of minutes before you move them to a cooling rack, but they're ready to start cooling. Thank you. Thank you for watching my video. My small channel is not part of the YouTube Partner Program yet. Would you or could you please help me with that? There are many ways you could help me with that. To start, you could buy me a coffee or support my efforts through Patreon, or if you wish, you can PayPal me. But I do understand not having anything to give, so free support option is just to like my videos, subscribe and join the tribe, then click the bell icon to turn on notifications. That will tell YouTube my video is worth something. Plus, you can share my video on Facebook, Reddit, anywhere else you share videos with friends. Again, thank you for your support. Bonne soirée.